I'm a 20-year-old dude who is actively attending college, but I made over $10,000 last month. Now, I'm not saying that to brag, and I know it isn't really rich, but isn't that still kind of crazy? I don't come from a wealthy family or have rich friends. I made this money completely by myself, all by building and scaling my own social media pages. If you just pause for a second and take a look around our world, literally everything you see or hear about is internet money. It's no longer, I want to be an engineer. Instead, it's more of, I want to be a YouTuber or a streamer. I mean, there's literally unlimited ways you could make money online these days. So why do people think you're an idiot if you decide to do what you think is the best for you? I mean, even me, for example, I used to go to college for graphic designing, and I still do. But why would I do that if I know I'm never going to really work as a graphic designer? Even when I know that I'm far better off doing social media than graphic designing. Nothing I learned from my college has helped me become successful. Everything I currently do with social media that made me 10 grand last month was self-taught. I hate going to college because I feel like I don't fit in with the people there, and it makes sense too. I'm not supposed to fit in because I never liked graphic designing. I just decided to learn it because I needed an excuse to buy time while I figure out what I really wanted to do with my life, and I chose to follow the norm of picking education over passion, just so I would have something to say when people ask me, instead of looking like I'm a loser who's up to no good. This kind of explains everything that's wrong in the world right now that's being overlooked by most people. Like there's people stuck with 9-to-5 lives, hating themselves for putting them in that situation instead of doing whatever they genuinely were passionate about. There are people out there that forced themselves into going to college just so they would feel normal, because all their friends also went to college. Look, I'm not here to rant about college and call college a scam or anything. I'm just saying that sometimes we really just have to take a step back and reflect on what we really want to do with our lives. We barely think these days. We're barely alone with ourselves nowadays. I know that's a weird thing to say, but really though, be honest with me. When's the last time you've just sat in an empty room all by yourself for a good 10 minutes and thought about life or your future or spoke to your inner self? I bet you can't even recall something like that happening. I'm saying this because I went through it. One day after class, when I got home, I just sat there and thought, is this really the life I want? Where I'm pretending to like what I'm doing and trying so hard to fit in with the people around me, all just for a chance to work as a graphic designer earning $60,000 a year after graduating? Well, that's if I'm even lucky enough to beat all the competition and get a job. And that's when I realized I needed to do something else because this wouldn't cut it. No, I didn't drop out of college, if that's what you're thinking. And the only reason being that I'm so close to graduating, so at this point I might as well complete it, but I did start my own social media pages and started making decent bucks off of it. Look, if you're genuinely interested in going to college and becoming like a doctor or an engineer, you should definitely go for it, because that's what you're passionate about. But if you're someone like me that was lost and ended up in college, this is a reminder that you're not stuck and you can come out of it. I mean, growing social media pages and managing them isn't easy, but it's definitely the greatest job in the world to me, because it's what I'm passionate about. So that's why I've made this channel, just to come here and share my experience so far, starting my social media business from scratch and scaling it to where it's at right now. And no, I don't claim to be an expert or some sort of guru. I'm just sharing my journey and everything I've learned in the last couple of years doing social media. This way, if any of you that's watching this video wants to start that social media page or that online business that you've been dying to do, you can learn from my wins and losses and get ahead of 99% of others that are trying to do the same thing. Even though I'm only 20 and have only been doing this for a couple of years, I definitely do have a lot of knowledge on how to grow on social media and turn it into a business that generates revenue. Also, I know I'm playing Minecraft while talking about a really serious topic, which is kind of funny, but I promise you shouldn't take what I'm about to say lightly, just because you're watching Minecraft gameplay over it. This is the only time I get to play Minecraft these days because of college and just life in general, so I decided to use that as the gameplay for this video. But yeah, now that you know a little about me and why I've made this channel, let me explain what I meant by all of this. I'm not trying to say that you should drop out right now if you're someone like me that's lost, and that's in college. I'm just saying that you need to have a plan B, like a backup plan, find something you're really passionate about, and start doing it. Like for me, that was growing pages on social media and scaling them. I'll be honest, I never thought this internet money stuff was real and that you could really make a living out of it, but it is. And I learned that by actually making it happen and seeing that I can make more money than the professor that's teaching me at my college. Now, although I can't disclose the names of my social media pages because I'm still running most of them, I can still give you guys a breakdown on what I basically do to make my money. I'm not a genius or anything, but I'm willing to do the work most people wouldn't bother doing because they don't think it works. I'm basically creating these shorts and TikToks by finding moments or clips that people really care about, whether that's like funny moments, crazy moments, stuff like that. Basically, I'll have a short voiceover intro that explains or describes what's actually happening in the clip, and then say something like, watch till the end of the video, because you won't believe what happens. So that I get most people to see the full video, so that the retention is really high, which helps the algorithm push the video out to more people. That's pretty much the entire blueprint. It's that simple, really. You just pick a niche, for example, sports, and then narrow it down further, so like soccer, and then find what's currently working for others. This could be like funny shorts, or the 2026 World Cup related shorts, and then do it your own way, with a little twist. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You find what's already working for others and then repurpose it so you're not blatantly copying. I promise you, nothing you see on YouTube is actually fully or 100% original. Every video, every short is built from a combination of many other people's ideas and works. Now, I'm not saying all this to brag or anything. This is stuff I've learned throughout my years working on social media from a lot of trial and error. I've probably made over 30 different social media pages across different platforms. Some of them worked out and some failed. But I promise if you keep pushing yourself and if you have the right mindset, you will eventually make it. It's inevitable. Now, I'm telling you all this because I want you to realize that this can be you as well. If you want to start a social media page, it doesn't necessarily have to be on YouTube only, whether that's about sports or gaming, whatever it may be. You can become successful and make a living out of it if you truly believe in yourself and you have a plan, like a routine. For me, my routine was to post one short or TikTok a day across all my social media pages. And to be fair, I did get lazy a couple times and missed a few uploads because I would get really tired after my classes, but I would always make sure to make up for it by posting an extra video later down the line. So if you really want to do this, just know you can. No, it's not luck. It's a skill that you can develop and learn over time. You can truly become a YouTuber if you wanted to. We only have one chance at this life, man. So you might as well not get a job that you're going to spend 40 years of your life wasting if you just hate it. At least that's the way my brain works. And I'm assuming you think the same way too if you've made it this far into this video. I'm going to graduate this year, and I will be done forever with my college life, a time period I don't specifically recall being fun for me, because all it really was for me is a chance to understand that I was lost, and that I needed to find my true passion and chase that instead of trying to fit in with others. This is what I think college misses for a lot of people. It teaches you how to follow a system, but it doesn't teach you how to create value in the real world. What actually made me money was a skill stack. I learned how to pick topics people already care about. I learned how to package them so that people click and watch the whole video, maintaining a high retention so that the algorithm would push it. And I learned how to be consistent with it, because that's honestly one of the most important parts. And believe it or not, none of that requires a 4-year degree to start learning. All of this is just my opinion, though. So I'd really love to hear in the comments what you guys think about college and whether or not you find my situation relatable. I mean, I did make close to $120,000 last year at 19, which is actually crazy to think about. So much has happened for me in the course of the last 6 months. I scaled my social media pages, meaning I started making more money, I moved out from my parents' house, I bought myself a decent car, and I'm finally started to like my life again because I decided to stand up for myself and follow my passion. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this video. I'm going to be continuing to make just, chill videos talking about life, talking about my experiences, and I hope you guys enjoy them. If you guys have an idea that you want me to talk about and share my experience about it, then just let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next.